And this is being filmed.
Yes. Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy, second hour. Thank you for being with us. Don't forget, you can go to golftalkradio.com, find our podcast there, also on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spreaker, and TuneIn Radio, and many, many other places. Thank you to the one and only Nikki Anderson, Realtor, broker associate.
Cat expert.
Yes. Great broker, by the way.
How is your one cat?
And get a hold of Nikki for real estate needs, whether you want to list a home, you want to buy a home, or just talk real estate. There's a lot to learn about real estate, I found out through Nikki. 805-235-3327. That's 805-235-3327. And her beautiful Hawaiian condo that her and her husband own at golftalkradio.com. You click on the picture of the Hawaiian golf course there. Beautiful picture. And also you can visit it on vrbo.com. Listing number 614266.
Do you all wear a Kirk Douglas?
Yes.
Michael Douglas's papa?
Yes.
Which is like 150 years old, still just amazing.
Awesome.
Good friends with Mr. Palmer. He was once asked of all of Mr. Kirk Douglas' famous acquaintances who had the most personal magnetism and charisma. And, of course, his answer was?
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer. He knows a lot of people in his life, but Arnold Palmer was, and he wasn't with Mr. Palmer at the time, but they're buddies. Or we're buddies. So, anyway, it's just another little-known fact.
Which is why he was so good on television when he was
Well,
playing.
if
He had a lot
you
of
read your
charisma.
little list, you'd find out
Did
how
you
and-
know?
Did you
Tell
know?
me, Mike.
1941 was the year that Ted Williams batted .406.
So it was,
But it was not enough to win the American League MVP award because Joe DiMaggio took it away from with his 56-game hit streak.
Trump and Joe DiMaggio. So you notice it was before he was offered all them pesos.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
500,000
American
pesos.
dollars.
American dollars.
American dollars.
Did you know that Arnold Palmer designed more than 300 golf courses?
I did. And also, he was the first to build one in China.
He
Wow.
was.
Hey,
he was.
hey,
Yeah.
I've got a game. I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking of a mulligan. I feel like we should be talking
I
about
wonder
him.
who penned that. Who?
But what? I'm just thinking about rough mulligan, feeling like
Rough,
his dog's
rough,
name.
rough.
That was his dog's name.
Oh,
Mulligan.
his dog's name
There
is
you go.
Mulligan. Once again, a little known fact of Arnold Palmer.
Did you know that he played in 6 Ryder Cups?
Yes.
Wow.
Did you know that one of the reasons he took up flying and he set all kinds of records, including the fastest time at the time around the circumference of this planet? But he learned to fly because he had a fear of flying.
He did.
So he learned to fly to
So
conquer
you're
his
saying
fears.
I should do that then.
Well, no, I don't want you flying around the country, dude. But how cool is that? Because this man
It's
knew how
cool.
to conquer his fears
And accept challenges.
and accept challenges.
Did you
Yeah.
know?
Persevered,
Yes,
this man.
persevere.
Did
No,
you know
tell
this
me.
is probably 3 years ago, I think, at the Nature Valley Open, if I'm not mistaken? Did you know Billy and I walked by Arnold Palmer
We did.
and he never even looked at us?
I didn't hit him with a pimento.
Was
'cause
he drinking something, reading something?
No, but speaking of drinking,
He was
No.
probably looking the complete opposite
No.
direction.
Shows the impact we had on his life.
yeah, and Mike's yelling, Artie! And that didn't do anything at all. I mean, I
He's
think
getting into a
He had his
van.
earphone.
He had just
was
finished eating or something.
He was just getting into the van.
Yeah.
And you tried to get in the other side. It was locked or something. Everybody knows about his drink, the Arnold Palmer, right? Everybody.
Yes.
I mean, you probably.
That's such a good drink.
Noah knows about, Noah, you know about Arnold Palmer's, right?
What's in it, Noah?
What's in it? What's
Get
in
it-
an Arnold
Don't
Palmer?
Google it. Come on, Noah. Yes, I know it's a lot of work, man. It's sitting up.
Pretty sure some iced tea, ice, and lemonade.
Nice.
Nice.
Right.
He's got
So he owns his own winery. He owned his own winery. His family still does. And for years, they wanted him to put a Chardonnay and a rosé together, or a Chardonnay and red, to come up with like the Arnold Palmer wine. And he refused to do it to ruin both of those wines.
Good for him.
But they wanted him, please just combine these two.
Why?
To make it like an Arnold Palmer when you have lemonade and you have iced tea.
that would be a bad idea.
But it's
But would that really taste good?
I don't know, but they were.
No, I don't
mean,
think
it's
so,
a
would it?
science project, but he said no, it's just not good.
good for him.
And I was at the Hall of Fame, as y'all know, a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. Football Hall of Fame?
Yeah, was that Canton? Where is that?
Oh,
Is
no,
that
Baseball Hall of Fame. You were looking for Ted's head.
I was.
It was
His
in Arizona.
body's
back
out
It's in
back.
Arizona. I told you
his
that.
body's out back. I'm going there in a couple
His
weeks.
body's out.
So what is that? That's Ted's body out there. That's just sad. I'm sorry. That's not true with the Williams family. But I got a story here. So The Hall of Fame's awesome. You guys, if you haven't gone,
Golf
just go.
Hall of Fame, right?
But
I'm
the
going.
The Golf Hall of Fame. But I guess they're all awesome.
Bucket list.
I've never been to those other ones.
I haven't either, but I'd love to
But
go.
Arnold Palmer's Center for Golf History is home of the world's leading collection of golf artifacts. Surpasses the Hall of Fame, which is really hard to believe if you go to the Hall of Fame. It's amazing.
Wow.
But Arnold Palmer Center of Golf History, I bet it's in Latrobe. I don't know that answer, but
You
I
know
bet
he bought that golf course?
Yeah, he did. What year? Do you know he bought it? Why? Do you know why?
He bought it because his dad was the club professional there.
But you don't want to know. That's true. But
Yeah.
you don't want to know he really bought it?
Because he wanted to.
Because he wasn't allowed to swim when he was a kid. Even though the dad was a pro, they wouldn't let him swim in the pool. So he had to swim in the brook, kind of like a story from Caddyshack.
Wow.
Well, the ponds. So yeah, when he was able to buy it, he went and bought it and was able to swim in the pool ever since. But yeah, he did it because it was upsetting as a child because his dad was the
Yeah.
pro there, but they wouldn't because he wasn't a member. He couldn't swim in the pool.
Yeah.
And
Good for him.
I read that too.
That's amazing.
That's
I never
kind of
knew
like
that.
building a golf course around another golf course, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Thank
know that Arnold Palmer is the reason why Americans started paying any attention to the Open Championship in Europe? He was the first person, the American, who actually went over and started that tradition of playing.
Pretty impressive, and you would think it would be Bobby Jones because he was a legend over there with the Opens, but and Hogan wasn't popular enough. So Arnold went with Hogan to help popularize that event.
Yeah.
So because he didn't
Yeah.
want to go because back in his Fear of Flying days, he didn't want to go over there.
And it was
he-
expensive then.
But he went because Hogan wasn't getting the attention Hogan should have gotten at the time, and Arnie was becoming Arnold, the Arnie's army. But he went over there to help popularize, and he
That's
right.
really
It did.
cool.
It took off.
It took
More
off.
so than Bobby Jones did, because with Bobby Jones, way back though.
I have one for Hop.
20s.
So
Yep.
Hop, when you hear this, did you know that Arnold Palmer was the first passenger on the Walt Disney World monorail?
That's awesome. Hop, you would have liked that.
Wow.
He was the very first passenger on the monorail.
Yep.
See, the dude's a stud, man.
He's
got,
everywhere.
He's
got
everywhere.
all kinds of
Exactly.
stuff going on. When Gerald Ford first act after leaving the presidency, the very first thing he did when he left was to play around the golf with Arnold Palmer. He went right to him and played a golf. His very first thing he did the next day was golf with Arnie. So that's pretty impressive.
Beautiful.
Did you know that Arnold Palmer went to high school with Mr. Rogers?
You mean as in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
It's
Fred
that guy?
Rogers.
Did he?
Yep.
Fred Rogers was
Latrobe High
awesome.
Did you
School.
see the show on HBO?
Oh,
It's
It's
Yeah.
a movie. The movie's
Dude,
awesome.
it was amazing.
He's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
So
neighborhood
good.
movie.
I loved Mr. Rogers when I was growing up.
That,
Yeah.
that movie is that dude's
I mean,
incredible.
we
I only
need
stopped
another
watching
one.
it when I was about 30. What?
Oh, see?
I didn't even know you were 30 yet. So this week's Arnold Palmer Invitational, formerly at Bay Hill, Arnold's golf course, right?
Yes.
For years, the Arnold Palmer Invitational tournament in Orlando. What do you think the trophy was? Which
I
is
know this on the tip of my tongue.
Does it feel sharp? Is it a sharp feeling, Jim?
An iced tea.
But you know, it's
Sharp?
it's funny because he's about the whole story in the clubhouse there with people order Arnold Palmer's, but it was a sword.
Oh,
It was a sword. That's why I said it was sharp. That for years. I don't believe it is now. And this is after. And he was a paint salesman briefly when he got out of the Coast Guard. Do you know why he quit his school? Do you know why he quit college?
No.
Do you know why?
Coast Guard.
No.
to become a professional.
And he went to.
That's a
it's
good
in
guess,
one of-
Jim.
It's in one of your sheets. He went to. It'll say there. It's I believe it's where Gerald Ford went to school. Anybody got it? Where did Gerald Ford go? Michigan? Something?
I don't know.
One of you got it there, but you know why he
Oh.
quit?
Why did he quit?
Because his buddy was killed in the car crash. His best friend that went to school with, his roommate, was killed, and it devastated him, so he left school.
Oh, I had heard that before,
Right?
actually.
Does it say on your sheet which, because people listening are going to think I'm crazy, I should know.
No.
No, it doesn't.
But it's true, and it was. I saw that special on after in '16 when Mr. Palmer passed. They had that special,
Yeah.
and he was talking about that. Wake Forest, ring a bell, maybe?
I think that's maybe I'll have to look it up. You know what I didn't know?
What didn't you know?
He played in 50,
I bet you have it.
50 Masters. 50.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
He played more Masters than I am old.
Were you?
God, now I'm really old.
2011, I think. Yeah, he was there.
50 Masters. That's insane.
16.
What do
That's
you-
insane. I mean, Nikki's laughing. I just like that blows my
You have
mind.
the modern Grand Slam.
It's the look on your face.
He came up with the concept of the modern Grand Slam. Mr. Palmer did.
Yeah.
The old Grand Slam was the amateurs, both amateurs and both opens. He came up with the 4 majors. He came up with that concept. He was the first to win over $1 million in career earnings.
Are all our sheets different?
Yeah. That's what you didn't know
You're
that?
trying to.
That's what I'm
Kept
getting.
trying to tell you.
Because I couldn't.
I can't
figure-
try
You
it.
had on my
No.
sheet are all the ones that I had written before I came. I
we
thought
probably
it was all
Googled the
planned.
same area.
Yeah.
But that's, and one of my favorites, and I don't know if I said it on the air or not, but Arnold Palmrock appeared on the Pebbles and Bam Bam cartoon in 1971 as the golfing great Arnold Palmrock.
Oh, that's
That is
hilarious.
awesome.
That's good.
So cool.
That
So
is
you know you're
really
big
cool.
when you make it on a Flintstone.
You know,
cartoon.
You're
Billy,
not kidding.
Billy,
Yeah.
and my feet were hurting this morning when I was walking, and I
sorry,
need to get
Jim.
some new tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about these new tennis shoes that LeBron James and Arnold Palmer put together. These LeBron Old Palmer sneakers.
Say it again.
LeBron Old Palmer sneakers.
That's a true story. They combined together and made a sneaker.
There you go. I'm going to get them.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, Nike.
I don't know if he said it right, but it's there.
No way. I've never heard of that.
You know, when he said, remember that speed thing in his Learjet around the world? 57 hours, 25 minutes, and 42 seconds.
You know, I wonder when he was doing that if he ate a pack of oysters. That's what he liked to do.
I heard he liked oysters, but how much did he like them?
He liked them so much that he could, in one setting, he could do about 4 dozen.
Oh my gosh.
I can't, yeah, known that for a while, like 1 minute.
So Latrobe or Libido was the name of this country club. What was it? Libido, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's so
So what do you guess? So
funny.
the reason we're sharing Arnold Palmer facts is because it's the week of the Arnold Palmer Invitational, formerly known as the Bay Hill. Tiger pulled out. You guys saw that?
know.
Neck.
Did you know?
Spy!
Kind of like Ted Williams. Neck.
But it depends on where.
Neck.
Now, if he was cut off, but it's, actually...
It's
They might
funny
be
how it all
ready to
comes
freeze
back around, isn't
completely.
it?
We need to
hysterical.
confess that we are
circle.
taping this show on Wednesday night
circle.
before the event.
It is a
Because
circle.
we don't know what's happening in the event on
We don't.
So this is Saturday morning that
Yeah.
you're listening to the show. But this is Wednesday night before, so we don't know what's going on in the event. But you said, I heard it was a bad neck too, but I think, it probably is, but he's got to get ready for the Masters. He's got to get healthy as he can. So, because there's not a whole lot more that he's going to do to, and I know he wants that tournament bad. So I would too. If you've got a stiff neck, you got to relax your neck.
Although Rory actually came out and said, yes, he saw Tiger getting multiple times some treatment on his neck.
I bet you that's daily. for
Cryogenics?
Yeah. Do you think Tiger will have his head frozen?
No.
No, he'll have his whole body frozen. Because we're at technology.
So
switch.
you need a big old lobster pot, man. You need you can't. I can't believe that. Did you read that? It said it
That's
was
what
in
it said. I don't, maybe it's not fact.
I saw
but
a show on that, and it's like a big metal. It's not like it's a lobster pot.
Did you know that
No, tell me.
the Rookie of the Year award now is going to be called the Arnold Palmer Award?
It's starting in the 2019?
I believe so.
So they're going to give. That's just cool.
That is cool.
And some of you guys have information. over
Okay,
there.
so Noah just did
Uh-oh.
did some homework for us. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. I think it's
so
cool.
the
I
LeBron.
thought he was sleeping over.
No, he's at it here. What'd you call that again? The LeBron?
LeBron Old Palmers.
Arnold Palmer.
So how
Do
much?
you know how much the last pair sold for?
Wow. I mean,
Won't be
it's,
able to-
it's not
don't
not
scare me.
retail.
It's in
you're
the
talking,
thousands.
You're talking about retail, or you're talking about a collector bought it?
It just says last sale right here. It gives the
Find
price.
the eBay price, please, Noah.
It's StockX. So that's like one of the high quality ways to sell and buy expensive or very rare types of shoes.
Wow.
But the LeBron Old Palmers go for $2,250.
That's $1,125 a shoe, people.
I'm going barefooted
And
tomorrow.
they're bidding
not
them.
buying them.
They're bidding them. So the low bid started at 1150 or 1350?
1,400.
1400. So the last pair sold for $2,250. It's a really interesting shoe. It doesn't look. When he
Yeah.
showed it to me, I thought it was a joke. Seriously.
No,
But you see that you should show them a picture
joke
of it.
around. We're the what are we? The dog,
Dog
and
and
pony.
pony.
We're the
Dog
dog
and
and
pony.
ponies. Jim's a serious professor over here. I always thought that
that's
Gary Player
crazy.
said this, but Arnold Palmer is known for saying, "The more I practice, the luckier I get." I read that Gary Player wrote that, but I'm believing this is his quotes. He's had some really pretty cool quotes. Some of the things we pondered.
Oh yeah, some of them
I
are
like
really
this.
good.
The Phil Mickelson motto: Arnold, you must play boldly to win. Palmer's way. Pretty cool.
You know why Mickelson said that? Because
No, this
Mickelson was
Arnie.
thinking what?
This is an
oh,
Arnie.
He
I
said
think
that
Phil
because he was
lives it.
thinking westerns.
He was
Because in the westerns that's what you'd say, and he loved to watch westerns on TV. What can I say?
Yeah, I'll boldly play to win. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be. Excuse me. Boldly play. Because they say that in westerns, don't you?
That's awesome.
pretty funny.
That's what he
All right,
loved.
let's take our first break of the first hour here.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer and Jim, for being the expert that you are.
Good job, you guys. Arnold Palmer Facts, and we want to thank Hole in One, Best Hole in One, for sponsoring us here on Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Looking for that golf ball cannon? Yes, they do have a golf ball cannon. Contact bestholeinone.com. 844-923-7844. They also have a hole-in-one club. You can get in for, I believe it's around $75 for the year. And if you hit a hole-in-one, you'll get paid out $2,500. But you have to visit bestholeinone.com, sign up today, or call them 844-923-7844. We'll be right back. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy.
Just enough to buy a pair of shoes.
Yes.